Hey folks, it's Brent Downing with the Downing Group at Keller Williams. I am here with my favorite closing attorney this week. You are going to want to stay tuned. So, welcome back to episode probably, I don't know, 50 of our every other week video series. I wanted to introduce you all to a good friend of mine, Mark Thomas, with the, I guess you're the owner and the big daddy here at the Thomas Law Firm.
That's it. That's
right.
our my practice. My brother works with me. We have another attorney that works here, and we've got a staff of 8 that's ready to help you close a house.
Right. So Mark and I have been doing business together since I first got in real estate.
That's right.
In fact, I don't know if you remember the first one we did, but it was that short sale with all the craziness. The husband was, I don't remember what he was. He's an ex-husband or... Anyway, we won't get into that because that's another episode. But hey, I just thought I would bring Mark to you to give you a few pointers, things to think about. You know, a lot of people when they go buy and sell a house, the last thing they think about is like legal issues. And we're not here to like give you a full course on legal stuff, but maybe just a few pointers on what to be thinking about. So,
absolutely,
Mark, what's some of the most important things people should be thinking about when they buy or sell a house?
Realize how important the contract is to what they're doing, and really lean on their agent and make sure their agent knows what they're doing and doesn't get them in a predicament where they can't get back out of it. So tell your agent everything, all your concerns, all your worries. Don't get too far down the road and say, oh, I meant to tell you and want to change something. The contract's a contract, and a lot of people don't think it's really as important as it is. Critically important. So make sure you have an experienced agent like Brent to help you with that so you don't get stuck in some weird situation.
Nice plug. That's
good.
But yeah, I mean, so much agents, you want a great agent that knows that contract backwards and forwards, right? Because once it's in writing and signed off, that's it.
That's it.
Unless it's agreed to otherwise in writing. So what do you think the biggest, I guess, misconception or misunderstood thing, you know, when people come in here to buy or sell real estate, what do you run up against?
They think it's going to be a really complicated process, and it is complicated, but it's our job to simplify it and boil it down to the standard kind of nuts and bolts of what you're doing. A lot of people think it's going to take 4 or 5 hours to sign all the paperwork. It's not, and we're going to go through it and we're going to explain it and make sure you're on board with everything and make sure there's no misconceptions or no, I don't know, things you're worried about. Tell me and let me walk you through it. It's not complicated. Lots of people own houses. You just need to ask the question. So I think people, until they go through it for the first time, think it's kind of behind a curtain. You don't really know all the moving parts, but it's not as bad as you think. And everyone's here to help, and they're not here to judge you. There's no bad questions. The most important thing is just ask the question. People are happy to answer them for you.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of parts of buying and selling real estate. And of course, having a great closing attorney is a key part of it. I've seen people, you know, shop around for the cheapest one. They say $50, and then the guy screwed it up because he was more of this other kind of law person who just jumped into it. So
that's right.
Go ahead.
No, it's a complicated process, and banks are very rigorous on how they do things, and they like repetition. We deal with all the banks, we do all that stuff. So if you're not going to use us, fine, but find somebody that specializes in real estate. It is a really tough process to get through if you don't know what you're doing at every step of the way.
No doubt about that. Mark, thanks for coming this week. And hey, how do we get a hold of you if somebody's interested in using you for their attorney?
We're here all the time. Our phone number is 803-799-0705. We also have a website. It's markthomaslawfirm.com.
Hey, if you need any help buying or selling real estate, you know where to go. Come to the Downing Group at Keller Williams, and we will hook you up with Mark. He is the only attorney that we use because he is the #1 best attorney in the entire Midlands. Mark.
Just don't do a short sale.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for helping us this week.
You're so welcome, bro.
Y'all have a great week.